a question. I got a mask at the bottom.
Nah, we ain't got no mask, bro. Hold on, bro. You see yourself on the sign, though, bro?
Nothing?
You see yourself on the sign, like on the left side? I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
Man, which one would you be?
Issachar?
Issachar?
Issachar? Yeah.
Yeah, Issachar. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, right?
Yeah.
Right. On this side is what everybody knows us as. You know, our slave names.
Yeah.
You know, Mexican. That's just a place. You know, connected to somebody who you are. You know, black. That's literally the color of your shirt. You know, and damn my pants. You know, I don't call myself like. You know, I call myself what God calls you. Right. And what God calls you is Issachar. Right. Give me Genesis chapter. What you got? Give me Genesis 40. Let me give you a few scriptures. Genesis 49 and 14. Let me show you something. Genesis chapter 49. Right. So what do you think about this right here as well? Slavery. Well, your people want to too. Slavery.
Slavery?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's fucked up, huh?
Yeah, all over the place.
Right, let me show you. Yeah,
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 14.
right?
Issachar,
Right.
Issachar
Right.
is a strong ass,
Right.
couching down between two burdens.
You know what a strong ass is? It's a donkey, an ass. Yeah, it's a donkey. You know in Mexico they hella hard workers, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody knows the donkey is the hardest worker. But what it said, Issachar is a strong ass. Issachar we know today, and I'm gonna show you by this scripture that you the tribe of Issachar. Why? Because it said it's a strong ass. No, a strong donkey is somebody who's gonna work hard. But what did it say after a strong ass?
Couching down between two burdens.
Now what's that two burdens? You know you got Canada,
Yeah.
and you got what? Mexico. Now when y'all come here, y'all gonna be the most hardest working people in America. Why? Because you're couching down between two burdens, which is Canada and Mexico. Right? When y'all come here, boom, y'all already know y'all on work mode, huh?
Yeah.
Now everybody knows, and people hate it. I see it on Facebook all the time. People hate when Mexicans come here and get jobs, work harder than everybody else. Why? Because that's who they are.
Yeah.
Right from the tribes of Issachar. Now, give me the book, 1 Chronicles chapter 12 verse 32. Let me give you another one. First Chronicles 12 and 32. Now, hold on, scoot over a little bit to the camera.
Oh, you have a camera?
1 Chronicles 12, verse 32. Let me show you something else. Right? Verse 32. Right?
All right, this is 1 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 32.
Right?
And of the children of Issachar,
The children of who?
and the children of Issachar,
Who are you? Right, go ahead.
which were men that had understanding of the time.
Right, now men had understanding of the times. Now when you look at Aztec, that's who you guys descend from, is so-called Aztecs.
Yeah.
Right? Those people had understanding of the times. They could just look up at the stars and say, okay, we gotta go this way. Everybody knows that who Aztec is, and that's what? The children of Issachar. And now what did it just say in the Bible? Read it again.
And of the children of Issachar,
The children of Issachar, the Aztecs, are the so-called Mexicans, right?
which were men that had understanding of the
They
time.
had understanding of the times. Now when you literally, if you break that word Aztec up, Az that means men, and Teca, that's understanding of the times, or just times. The so-called Mexicans are the people of the times. And that's literally the children of Issachar. And we're not reading this, out the damn Quran. We're not saying it ourselves. This is literally in the Bible.
Yeah.
And the children of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, read it.
To know what Israel ought to do.
Right, to know what Israel ought to do. Now, when back in the days, when we didn't have understanding where to go, we would just come to y'all. Because when we were all back in the days, we were all connected. The blacks, the people of the brown, the brown people, we were all connected. Now you can see it today. Everybody, blacks, Hispanics are the same. We go through the same thing. We're in the same hoods, eating at the same places, doing literally the same things because we are the same people. Our skin colors are damn near the same. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
No, we're literally not making this up, right? Go ahead.
The head of them were 200,
Right?
and all their brethren were at their commandment.
All their brethren were at their commandment. That means they had rank. When you look at the cartel, they have rank. They literally got captains and stuff like that. And it's a so-called gang, but no, it's organized crime. And it said they had what? Rank. right commandment. Their heads were at their commandment. Whatever they master say do, they're gonna do it with right in order. Why? Because that's the children of Issachar. That's how you know that you guys are the children of Issachar. Because the Mexicans, they got bread. They can come here, get hella jobs, make hella money. Right? So what I'm telling you is like, this stuff right here, this is nothing to play with. Right? This is the truth right here. Why? Because you could recognize it. You could see it yourself. Right? This is not Christianity. It's not some type of religion. It's literally just words, God's words out the Bible. Right? Now go to Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20, 23. I'm going to give you one more after this. Right? Isaiah 30, 20. You got any questions though so far?
You guys study the Bible on the regular? Or
Yeah.
Badass.
It's our heritage, right? Well, actually, go to Jeremiah 17 and 4. And it's our heritage. Right, Jeremiah 17. Right after. Because this is our heritage. We could be studying anything else. We could be in games. We could be down playing basketball like everybody wants us to, but we're studying our heritage, which is this Bible, right? Read. Right? Jeremiah 17 and 4.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Right?
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Right? We're going to discontinue from our heritage, right? When we came to America, we literally discontinued from our heritage. We didn't wear fringes no more. We started calling ourselves a color, which is black. We started calling ourselves Hispanic, which is Hispanic. No, we're not. You guys are not Spaniards. You guys are not, certain people. You guys are the children of Issachar. This is serious right here. It said we're going to lose our heritage. Right, go ahead.
That I gave thee,
right?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
To serve who?
To serve thine enemies.
Serve who?
To serve thine enemies.
Y'all guys serve them as well. That's our enemies right there. Read.
In the land which thou knowest not.
Right, in the land which we didn't know. Y'all didn't know Mexico. Y'all didn't know Spain. Y'all didn't know all the captivities were related. We didn't know those places. Right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and go to verse 46. Right. Well, also, I'm gonna give you one too. Let me go to the book of 2 Ezra chapter 13. And this one is purely for so-called Hispanics. You're gonna be able to relate to this, right? It's the book. I'm gonna read it. Right. Get to you there. All right, Isaiah chapter 13, 2 Ezra 13 and 40. Right, I'm gonna read it. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners. Right, the 10 tribes. Right, when you disconnect the Judah, these two, Judah and Benjamin, these are the 10 tribes. Now you could witness to that. The Mexicans, you got the Guatemalans, all those people right there. Those are the 10 tribes which is written in the Bible. Right, since those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salamander the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land, right? And they came into another land, right? That is America. When you look at Columbus, the people that so-called discovered America, that's not who discovered America. You guys literally came over here captives, and y'all basically studied it. Y'all basically, discovered America by yourselves, right? Read that.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 40.
Start at 41.
Verse 41. Thou shalt Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Right? We're not going to enjoy our sons and daughters. Why? Because they're going to be enslaved. They're going to be down picking, the cornfields, the sugar fields, the rice fields. Y'all was doing that. The Most High say you're not going to enjoy your sons or your daughters. Because they're going to be either captives, and now in America, you're still not going to enjoy your sons and daughters. Why? Because you will be in gangs. You're going to be all the time at school, playing basketball. Our people are not literally going to enjoy their sons and their daughters, and that's written in the Bible. Right, go to verse 15. Let me show you why all this happened to us. Right, let me show you why such a great nation, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, why we went into slavery. Right, read verse 15.
Verse 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of thy Lord.
To what?
Let me read that. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
To what?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Right, so if we don't listen to the Most High God and do the commandments, right, wear fringes, don't eat pork, do certain commandments. If we don't do that, read.
And his statutes, right, which I command thee this day,
right,
that all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these what?
that all these curses,
Right now, all these curses. Now, slavery, that was a curse. Literally a curse. The only one who could put us in slavery is the Most High God. Why? Because we are literally the best people. We do everything the best. Now, who could damn cook better than the so-called Mexicans? Now, who could damn play sports better than the so-called black Hispanic? Who could play baseball better than the Hispanic? Nobody. The only one who's going to put us in slavery is what? God. These people aren't better than us, man. The white man, he's not better than us. Literally, he's the most feeble man walking this earth. He can't be better than us, man. The only one who's better than us is Most High God, and we're His children. He's the one who's going to put us in slavery. Not these nations. Right? Give me the book. You're going to read it. Give me the book. Finish that, and I'm going to give you. Luke chapter 4. Here, just read this. Brute force. Brute force.
All right, this is Luke chapter 4 and verse 6.
Right?
Ye were sold to the nation.
You were what?
Ye were sold to the nations,
Right?
not for your destruction.
Not for our destruction, not for us to be killed, not for us to be destroyed out of the earth, right? Read.
But because ye moved God to wrath.
We moved God to wrath. We moved His children, didn't listen to Him. Now, what's a regular dad gonna do to his son when he doesn't listen? Damn whoop his ass.
Whip his ass, bro.
Literally get the damn chocolate or the damn belt on his ass, bro. Now that's what literally the Most High God did to His children. He put us through punishment. Right? Read.
Ye were delivered unto the enemy.
To the who?
Unto the enemy.
For what?
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
Unto devils. We believed every other religion. We're in Catholicism, Christianity, damn Islam. That's what made God just. Now, what's the first commandment? Do you know the first commandment?
You should look God.
That's like God and everybody else, right? That's exactly, And that's the first commandment we broke already. When we started going off to every other religion. But we didn't believe the Most High God. We stopped wearing fringes. We started eating pork. Actually, it's real history. Down there in Mexico, you had the swine plague. You heard of that before? Yeah. The swine plague, and that was literally in Mexico. Why? Because y'all stopped listening to the Most High God. Right? Read.
And not to God.
Right?
Ye have forgotten the everlasting God,
right?
That brought you up.
Right?
And ye have grieved Jerusalem,
Right?
that nursed you.
Right? We did everything that the Most High didn't want us to do. Right? That's why all this happens. Right? Go ahead.
For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you,
Right?
she...
Give me a Luke chapter 4 verse 36.
All right, wait, so chapter 4, 36.
It's like 5. It reads, damn, it was 3. Give me Luke 3 in verse.
Sorry.
Hold on. Give me one second, brother. Get this. Luke 4 and 15. Luke chapter 4 and 15. Alright, I'm gonna give you a few more, and I'm gonna give you some commandments as well.
This is Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 15.
Right?
For he hath brought a nation upon them from far.
Upon me from far. Right? Give me a Deuteronomy 28 and 54, right? The Most High brought a nation from y'all from far. When y'all were in Mexico and America actually chilling, right? Y'all had the damn lands and the pyramids and everything, and then who came? The Spanish and slaves, you guys, literally. Right? That's the Most High. He literally sent a nation to y'all from far. Or from Spain, y'all didn't understand the Spaniard language. Or y'all didn't understand anything that the Spaniards came with, but they put y'all in slavery. They made y'all understand Spanish. They beat Spanish into you. They beat those names into you, Gonzalez, all those type of names that came from the Spaniards. Right, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse.
Oh, you still got Baruch, right?
I get it back.
Verse. Now this is real history right here as well. I'm gonna go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49.
Right?
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far,
The Spaniards were a nation from far. Read.
from the end of the earth,
Right?
as swift as the eagle flieth.
Now when the Spaniards literally came to the Americas, what they have on their flag. You know? What's on every American flag?
Stars, bro?
Stars and what? It's a bird.
Yeah, bird, yeah.
The eagle, right?
Yeah.
That's on literally almost every flag. Now what the Lord said, he said he's going to send a nation. Read it again.
49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth,
As swift as what?
as swift as the eagle's flight.
As swift as the eagle flies. Now literally you could look on there, when they came, with them ships, they had a what on their flag? A damn eagle. Now he literally said as swift as the eagle flies, they're gonna come. And that's crazy. That's proven in the Bible. This was written way before it even happened. Literally 3,000 years ago, before it happened, it happened. Right? They literally came with ships with a damn Spaniard flag and with a damn eagle on it. Right? What happened?
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not
A
understand.
nation whose tongue y'all didn't understand. Y'all didn't understand the Spanish language. Y'all didn't speak that before they came. Y'all spoke dialects of Hebrew, for real.
Yeah.
Right, read?
A nation of fierce
Countenance.
a nation of fierce countenance,
Right?
which shall not regard the person of the old,
Right?
nor shall favor to the young.
Right? He didn't care about the children. He was raping young Hispanic, so-called Hispanic children, young Issachar children. He was killing old ladies. When he literally came over, you could look at any slavery video. That's what he was doing to you. Right? Literally, that's what he was doing to you. Right? Read on.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle,
He shall eat the fruit of thy cattle. He stole all their animals. Right? Go ahead.
and the fruit of thy land,
Right?
until thou be destroyed,
Right?
which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil.
And that's crazy how it said corn, because y'all was literally picking corn. Y'all was literally getting oranges. And that's what the so-called white man did. He came and stole all that. Right? He said he was trying to organize some type of trade. He was coming with a swift tongue. He said everything's gonna be okay, let's just trade. That's what he came, that's what he was saying when he was coming over. But what he did, he literally just killed him. Right? He didn't favor anything. And that's the so-called who? The so-called white man. Right? Do you believe those are our enemies or our people? Our enemies. It's evident. Right? We can't, it's proven in the Bible, but it's proven also, in perspective and perception of life. Right? They're literally our enemies. Right? Literally. They hate us and we hate them. But we can't do nothing about it. Right? Go ahead. Well, actually, I'm gonna give you a few commandments because I know you gotta go somewhere. Give me the Leviticus chapter 11 and 7. Right. Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right.
And the swine,
And you know what the swine is? It's a pig.
It's big.
That's pig. Right. Go ahead.
though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed,
Though he looks like a regular animal, right?
yet he cheweth not the cud.
He is what?
He is unclean unto you.
Right. The pig is unclean unto all Black, Hispanic, and Native American people because he doesn't, he just doesn't fit the requirements every animal does. Now, when you look at a pig, he will literally eat anything. If you sit on the ground, he'll eat the shit, and that's a pig. If you throw trash, he's gonna eat it. That's a pig right there. We're not supposed to eat that. It's an abomination unto us. I read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
Right.
and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Right. We're not. Right.
They are unclean to you.
So the pig is unclean. And from this day on, are you going to keep this word? That's literally it. That's a commandment of God. And it's literally bad for us. Not even disregarding the Bible. Most likely forbid, disregarding the Bible. When you just look at regular everything, it's bad for your lungs. It causes heart disease. It causes all types of diabetes. It causes all types of bad stuff. Why? Because it's literally an abomination to these people. Everybody else who's not on that sign can eat it. The Sudanese people, the Africans, everybody, they can all eat it, but we can't. It's literally the chosen people of God. Right, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. And then give me Numbers chapter 15 and 38. Right, I'm going to give you a few minutes. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Right. Read.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Right.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Above who?
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So anybody that's not on the sign, those people are literally above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Why? Because hey, he chosen us and he made his covenant with us. You know, he gave us his laws. You know, he gave us the testimonies. He gave us all these things. Why? Because that what pertains to us. And we are the chosen people. You know, we can literally do anything everybody else can. They'll put us to a job and we'll do it. You know, that's why they, you know, have all you guys doing construction, because they can't do it, huh? Literally. Right? Go ahead.
The Lord did not set his love upon you,
Right?
nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
So back in the day, we were the fewest of all people. You know, we were literally all one color. You know about the Exodus and Moses? Like that? You know? Well, yeah, well, when we were led into Egypt, when we were in the slaves in Egypt, we only went in there with 70 people. It says 70 souls. You can read that in the book of Exodus. Where we were only that, and that just shows you the Most High God. He's seen something in us, because we were the fewest among all people back in the day. But then we turned into a fruitful nation. Right? Go ahead.
But because the Lord loved you,
Because the Lord loved who?
because the Lord loved you,
Because the Lord loved us among all people. Right, so hey, do you love God? That's a question.
Yeah, I do, bro.
All right, give me John 14 and 15. All right, so you going to keep eating pork?
Nah,
All right, let me see this. All right, give me John chapter 14 and verse 15. All right, then we're going to... John chapter 14. Let me give you this, and I'm going to give you one more. You can go ahead. John chapter 14, verse 15.
this is John.
Go ahead.
This is John chapter 14 and verse 15.
All right.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
That's what you have to do. Right? As a people, if you love God, you know, you can say you love God, but if you're not putting no action behind it by keeping His commandments, then you don't love Him. Right? So give me Numbers chapter 15, 38. So you have to stop eating pork. Right? You have to stop eating pork. Now you know what today is? You know what today is?
Yeah.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday. Right? So also give me, bring that out.
This is Numbers 15, verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
To who?
Unto the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their
Of their garment. Right? So
garment.
These are fringes right here. These are something you have to look upon for a specific reason. Read. What's the specific reason?
throughout their
So
generation.
throughout our generation, so forever. It's not just, back in the time of Moses where we had to keep the law for sure, but it's forever. We have to wear these things right here. Right, go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue,
Or a ribbon of blue. Right, read.
and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Right, so these are literally to remember that we have to love God. Right? And we would read in John 14, 15, if you love God, keep my commandments. Right, so if you really love God, you'll buy fringes. Really look upon him and say, yeah, I can't kill this brother. I can't fight him for saying this and that. I can't throw this at him for saying this and that. I can't eat pork because for some reason. That's why these are here for a reminder, so we can look upon the fringes. Okay, yeah, I can't do that. Why? Because I'm an Israelite. Why? Because I'm a chosen person of God.
Yeah.
That's what that is for. This is what these fringes are for. Right now, give me I'll read. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 2. 6 days shall thy work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Now today is the 7th day. Goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on the last day is what? Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
And that's the seventh day. The Most High God said 6 days we have to do all our work. We can't, cook and clean. That's what we do our cooking, cleaning, going to the workplace, working 9 to 5 and this and that. He said 6 days that's okay to do. But what? On the seventh day we can't do any work. So on this day of course our jobs and stuff will probably make us work, but like to the best of your ability, we can't cook, we can't clean, we can't go play basketball, we can't do certain things on the Sabbath because it's a day of rest.
Hey, you guys don't want to change the skirt, do you? You guys want to change the skirt?
Change?
Change.
Nah, not right now.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me First Corinthians chapter 14 and 31.
Bible? Shut up.
Just
Look at this
What
one right
the
here. Look at this one.
fuck? Hold on, you guys got Bible?
So, hey,
Where are you from?
give Revelation chapter 14 and 12 to him. So,
Oh my
don't lose.
god, how old are you guys? What church are you from?
Oh, we don't go to church.
Oh yes, you don't go to church, but you got a Bible.
Revelation.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. You gonna stay to hear?
You gotta listen.
You gotta listen too.
There is
I'm
not
listening right
fucking
now.
people your guys' age doing
You
shit
gotta
like
listen too,
this.
though.
Oh my
Give me Revelation
god.
14, 12. It's for you, man.
Wow. Oh yes.
Alright, go ahead.
You got
I
a
do
fucking
agree.
extra
I
Bible or
agree.
what?
This is Revelation chapter
Oh my God.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 12.
It's for you, brother.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keepeth the commandments of God
Right?
and the faith of Jesus.
That's all we have to do. That's the whole duty of man. Right? You can read that also in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. That the only
You got an
thing.
extra Bible?
Not right now. Not right
Go
now.
ahead.
But we're gonna see after I'm done with this one. But you see what it said though, right? Right? Just read it again. And then I'm gonna give you my YouTube and stuff like that. But read that.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Right here's the patient. The saints are the only people on this sign right here. Right? Just give me Psalm chapter 119 verse 40. So Psalms 148 16. Right? Hold that in. Psalms 148 16. Right? Yeah, y'all gotta listen though.
You got it.
Y'all gotta listen as well. Psalms 148.
Just
Oh
listen.
my god.
Just listen.
Oh my god.
Make sure you hold it. Make sure you hold it.
Come on, guys, tell me where you guys are from. What church are you from?
I'm from Israel.
Yeah, right. Are you guys related to TD Jakes?
That's Christianity. That's a false
So where are
apostle.
you from?
I'm from Israel. Right, give me a verse. You was there. Right here. No, right here. This right here. Read. Psalms 148, 48. 14, read.
This is Psalms chapter 148 and verse 14.
Right.
He also exalteth the horn of his people,
The horn of his people, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
the praise of all his saints.
All his saints. So now, only people on this sign, those are the only saints. A damn white person can't walk around and call himself a saint. Because he's not the Most High God's people. Right? So go back to, that was just to prove that the saints are children of Israel. Go back to that. Revelation 14,
You Native American, so
you from the tribe of Gad.
you Native American.
Look at the sign. I want y'all both to look at the sign. Look at it. See if you're on this side. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter
Right there.
14, verse 12.
Right?
Here is the patience of the saints.
Of the who?
Of the saints.
Right?
Here are
Here are they.
Here are they that keepeth the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Right, so with that, you can pull out your phone, but that's the whole duty of the Black Hispanic Native American man. That we have to fear God and keep His commandments and have faith in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hold on, stay here though, stay here. Now, let me see.
I would check too.
Are you guys from Colorado or what?
Yeah,
You are? No?
here's
Is all your family like
people
this?
right there.
You know?
But
Take
yeah,
care, bro.
You
How's it
too,
going?
bro.
How we going?
Right, so